rising, beautiful souls. Grand rising. It's way too early. Way, way, way too early for me to be losing my voice. But I'm going to try, and I don't know why I'm losing my voice, to get these messages out. And we're live, right? So I can't edit that out. But it definitely, definitely, definitely started hearing that there is a masculine, or maybe several masculines, from what we've been hearing coming out for the collective being upset, right, over their own choices, over their own decisions. Well, hello. I have no voice this morning. But I'm going to try to get out these messages and pray. I'm praying that my voice comes back. But I really have tried everything to get my voice to come back. So hopefully, prayerfully, it does come back. This feels like it's piggybacking off the energy that we picked up yesterday of a masculine. It's heavy masculine, but it could be feminine energies as well who have finally gotten to the point where they are realizing that they are the problem. They are the reason their choices, the choices that they made, even though they had the opportunity to choose better, are the reason why. Right? Some of this is not even with relationships, as we heard yesterday, it's with siblings and family members that are finally like, oh, wow, I'm the problem. They needed to come to that point, but they also need to face the repercussions of their actions without you interfering. This inability to not experience peace, this inability to have their whole world fall apart, is what was needed for them to finally decide to do the right thing. Let's see what else the collective has to know about today, Wednesday, right? Today is Wednesday, June 10th, right? Ending of one cycle, beginning of another cycle. And this is why the universe, the Most High, is not cutting this person any slack. This person has been given sign after sign after sign after sign and still chose to not follow their heart. They're being put in the position to know that it's time, right? Those delays, the things that they thought they could save for later, the changes that they thought they could save for later. They have to do it now, as my Citizens app confirms, right? There's no more waiting for tomorrow. We think, and that's the problem a lot of folks in the collective have, is that we think we have forever. We think we have a lot of time, but do we really? Do we really? Did you guys hear about what was going on with the pyramids in Egypt and how seismologists have picked up a pulse that occurred between all three pyramids at the same time? And they're saying it happened at 3:33 a.m. as a car goes berserk, right? The other day, and I'm like, really? Because if that's the case, we don't have much time at all. Holy Spirit, what else does the collective need to know? Oh, so besides what's going on in the Middle East, what's going on with the pyramids, what's going on with the cosmos, people are really being forced at this point to look at themselves, to look at their actions, and some people are really realizing that not only that they were the problem, that they weren't fair to you, that they didn't show up for you the way that they were supposed to. Holy Spirit, what else does the collective need to know on this day? What is the tea for this Wednesday? And you know, Wednesdays are ruled by Mercury, so expect clear communication, right? Expect to give clear communication. Somebody is heavy, heavy in their, this is a lot of cards, heavy in their feelings about how they treated you wrong, right? Your guides are still asking you to make sure you hear what they have to say. Forgive them, of course. We always want to give forgiveness, but you don't have to take them back, especially those that you know have a very harsh cosmic karmic judgment coming their way. We're going to get into the collective message and then we're going to get into the sign of your person to see what's the tea you need to know about them. Holy Spirit, what else does the collective need to know? Yeah, somebody's really in their feelings about not being fair to you. And this is probably why I was struggling with my voice, because they're struggling with their voice. They're struggling with letting you know that this is what it is, right? Because they don't want to hear, oh, I told you so. Oh, I knew this would happen like this, right? And even though you're going to feel like telling them about themselves, don't, right? They beat themselves up enough with everything else going on in their world. Not to cut them slack, but definitely don't waste your time or your breath giving them the business. The judgment that's coming in for them is long overdue. And it's great that they recognize that they were wrong. It's great that they recognize and want to, some of them want to make up for their sins, want to make up for how they did you wrong. But that doesn't stop karma. Our good girl karma from doing what they need to do when it comes to this person. My goodness, that fell on the floor. We're not going to take it. Whoever this is that's struggling, they're going to come to a point where they have no choice but to come to you face to face and tell you their truth. Tell you that they're sorry for not treating you right when they had the opportunity to. Some of you are going to hear this week, I want my family back because that came out very loud and very clear. Now it's up to you whether or not you want to get the family together, whether or not you trust this person to let them back in, or are they still wearing a mask? Heavy, heavy, heavy on the discernment, heavy in the energy of knowing what you want, going back to your vision of love and making sure you're not giving this Gemini or Pisces or Aquarius energies coming up an opportunity to play you again or an opportunity to receive the covering of your blessing. Because as we heard yesterday or the day before, right, that just being in your energy alone offers people protection. Just being around you, being in your presence kind of marks people safe from their karma, but this person, especially if they didn't treat you right the first time or they struggled to treat you right despite what their heart was telling them to do, they were stuck in their ego. Yeah, let that cycle come to an end and let them face whatever harsh judgment that they have coming their way, whether or not you have a family with this person, right? They see you as somebody that they were supposed to be bonded with for life, like you would always be there, like you had to always be there. Let your actions do the talking because they let their actions do the talking, right? Now it's your turn. You're not going to go out. You're being asked not to go out and exact judgment, justice on your own terms, right? Let your guides, let karma bring this person what they have coming to them while you sit back and enjoy the show. Next, we have to the sea, another confirmation not to move forward with this relationship, right? And we heard yesterday at the end of the soul session, the afternoon soul session, right? There's no reconciliation. Spirit specifically said there is no reconciliation. Maybe there's no reconciliation at this time. Maybe there's no reconciliation for forever. This person was too focused. Mhm. Now we have Gemini twice. Ugh. Thrills, Eight of Swords, community coming. This person was definitely too focused on what the peanut gallery had to say, what their friends, their family, and of course the karmics. The karmics. Some folks were so caught up with their karmic circle that they didn't realize that you came to kind of save them. And we heard that too before, right? But now that they're facing karma, now that they've reached the point of no return, they deeply regret choosing their karmic lifestyle, the karmic people, over following their heart, which led them directly to you because you're home, you're the family, right? Rather than doing that, they chose the karmic. And now, as they are facing or about to face the karmic consequences. They are realizing since they made that choice, since you ended things for good, they haven't known peace since. They haven't had one good day since you've been standing on business. This is why your guides continue to tell you, continue to ask you to continue to stand on business. And don't give this person a second chance. Whatever karma is coming up for them, and we heard yesterday some people are going to prison, some people are going to be put in a position where they can't do nothing, they can't do much. They're going to be stuck to really sit with their actions, sit with their decisions. And if they have a chance to do it again, a year, 10 years down the line, make a plan to never end up back in that hole again, back in that era. Of loss again. We know we're starting a 9-year cycle with 2026 because 2026, when you add up all the digits, it adds up to one. So we're going to start a 9-year cycle. And we were told from the end of last year that whatever energy we were in by May is whatever energy is going to stick for the entirety of the 9 years. This person is realizing that they missed the boat. They were cruising all along and thought they could play because the boat will always be there. You guys have been on a cruise ship before, right? And they dock in certain islands and they give you a time to go and play on that island, but you got to be back at a certain hour or the boat will leave you and you got to figure it out on your own. This person, this masculine, heavy masculine energies, I'm not picking up on too many feminine energies. But this masculine is realizing that they're stuck and they have to figure things out on their own. They were dependent on you to always be there to provide the comfort, the good loving, the peace. You were their peace, but they never told you that. They never treated you as such. They never cherished you as such. And for that, knowing that somebody is your peace and all this goodness in this crazy ass world, you want to fumble that? That's the biggest reason why your guys are begging you not to take this person back. Let them face their judgment while you relax. You honor whatever good this person taught you, whatever goodness this person brought into your life, and then you let it go. You honor that the chapter is closing and start making preparations for the new chapter that's about to begin. For your official person to find you because the situation for some of you, not all of you, that you're thinking of, especially if you're dealing with an Aquarius, Gemini, Pisces, is hopeless. You've done all that you're supposed to do. You showed up exactly the way that you were supposed to, and it's been too much damage has been done to stick around. For some of you, your person almost missed the boat. And they're realizing that even before meeting you, these people that they call friends aren't really their friends. Have always given them bad advice to keep them stuck, right? To keep them in some type of friendship prison where they could be taken advantage of. And they're leaving that friendship circle behind. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Lastly, we have going back to a leg up, right? And we were told to really, really lean on your spirit guides. I like that gift has come out, right? Because they're going to bring you your official person. They're going to bring you wish fulfillment and love. Any information that falls into your lap this week, really process it. You're not finding out these things just because. These things are not coming your way just because. Even this right here, this moment didn't find you just because. It's a moment for you to sit and reflect about your relationship, about your person. And do you want this for the next year? For the next 9 years? For the next 20 years? If your body jerked a little bit or you got a little queasy at the thought of it, that's your confirmation that it's time to end one chapter. So the real McCoy, right? The real person, your real happily ever after can find you because the situation with stagnant, dead end, hopeless, you know, you just needed to I guess hear somebody else say it, but you know you've been watering a dead plant and it's time. It's time to let it go and go get yourself a new one. One that doesn't drain your energy as much as this one. Well, let's find out. According to the sign of your person, what you need to know. What is the T for your person? And then we're going to get into your comments, your questions about the readings. If you'd like a personal reading, head over to dream711.com. This week is requiring you to make heavy, heavy, long lasting decisions, right? Whether you do this or you do that, whatever you decide, it's going to stick with you more than just the 9 years, right? And you can't get those 9 years back. Whatever you decide and however long it takes to manifest, just know that once you put that time in, you can't get it back. It's done. So be very thoughtful, be very considerate. These cards feel weird today. Be very considerate about where you want to spend your time for the next year or more. And again, if it's not with the person you woke up next to today, marrying for money, right? If it's not with the person you woke up next to today, it's time to let them go. Holy Spirit, what else does the collective need to know specifically with the sign, sun, moon, or rising of the person that they're thinking of? Hello, 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 everybody that's just joining us. We're going to get into the T for the sign that you are thinking of. Thank you for spending this part of your day, your morning, your afternoon with me, Spirit, and the Soul Tribe. Communication with Ace of Swords and the Four of Wands. This is your confirmation that this week is bringing you signs, synchronicities to let you know whether or not the relationship you're in, the relationship you're thinking of, is leading you to that happily ever after. The Four of Wands, the 1111 portal, twin flames coming together, divine partners coming together, right? It's going to be made clear on whether or not a person is your person and how you should proceed, right? And since it's Gemini season, we're going to start with Geminis. If you're dealing with a Gemini, Sun, Moon, and or Rising, happy birthday, Gemini. Your relationship is going through a transformation. How things are showing up with this card. I don't know if you could say that word on YouTube, right? I'm just getting used to YouTube and its rules, right? Know that your relationship is going through a transformation. You know what you want. You've already put it out there. You've already made your petitions, said your prayers. Now it's time to let the chips fall where they're supposed to. Let the relationship play out in the way that it's supposed to. Your tea thief. Hmm. Anybody that's been trying to interfere with this relationship from progressing, or anyone that you've been involved with that's been pretending to be your person, all of that is going to be brought to the light. So pay attention to the messages you receive, as I'm receiving a whole bunch, and look up to see 818. Pay attention to the messages that you are receiving this week and move accordingly. However, it shows up, understand that it's showing up as an answered prayer. Good, bad, or otherwise, things are playing out exactly the way that they're supposed to. Let it. If you are dealing with a Cancer, Sun, Moon, and or Rising, this feels like with the Three of Swords. Somebody who's deep in their head, deep in their heart, over fumbling you, definitely in the energy of being in regret for not showing up the way that they were supposed to, that they knew they were supposed to. They knew better but chose to do otherwise and haven't known peace since, right? This is someone who's still watching you, waiting for an opportunity to come back and try again. But with this dirt digging, it feels like it's more so because they like being around you. They like what you do for them more so than what they're actually prepared to do for you. Like there's nothing energetically coming through saying that, okay, I'm going to be with the collective and this time around I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. They're not, this Cancer energy is not coming with that. They're coming like, oh, the collective used to do this and I missed this from the collective and the collective gave me that and the collective gave me, it's more like, yeah, they miss what you did for them because since you've been gone, everything they planted, literally, nothing took root, right? They're literally starving when you were around and felt like they didn't want for anything. Think twice before giving a Cancer a second chance because they're definitely coming back in a self-serving way. Leo, sun, moon, and or rising. Somebody else who's in their head about fumbling you. If you're dealing with a Leo, sun, moon, and or rising, this person has to be given time and space to figure it out on their own. Let them figure out how to get them own selves out of their own mess because they created this. They did this to themselves, right? By the choices that they made. They didn't listen to you and your beautiful advice. They chose to do something else. Let them. This hooked energy feels like hangman energy, feels like being stuck energy, and they will stay stuck in this position until the lesson is learned. Virgo, sun, moon, and or rising with this King of Swords energy. As I lose my voice again, somebody's mustering up the courage to tell you, right, that they're sorry. They know they should have did this, but they did that. They know they chose wrong, but they're trying to make it better. Hear them out if you're dealing with a Virgo. Hear them out, hear what they have to say, and follow your intuition. Of course, if you need a personal reading, you know where to get one, right? Dream711.com. This is someone who has to, this Virgo has to get past their vices. They have to get past their addictions, whether it's this stuff or something else, because that's what prevented them. It wasn't a karmic, like in a third party or a person. This Virgo's karmic is their vices, and they know that these vices not only interfered with the relationship they have with you or had with you, it has destroyed almost every area of their life. This Virgo feels like they're finally deciding to grow up and leave their childish ways behind them. If you're dealing with a Libra, sun, moon, and or rising, things should be going well for you guys, if not now, very shortly. This is someone with the Ace of Cups that loves you, mind, body, and soul, and actually wants to show up for you. This is a divinely ordained union. So, those bumps in the road that you have been experiencing with your person was definitely part of the journey. Making it rain, focused on money, getting it, but it's more so this making it rain. This is somebody that if you give them a second chance, they're going to pour into you. This is not like this Cancer energy, right? They're the opposite. They are noting that, yeah, they felt a way when they were with you, they felt peace when they were with you, but this is how they should be showing up and this is what they want to do, and if you give them a second chance, this is how they're going to show up for you. So if you're dealing with the Libra, yeah, they have good energy so far, so far. Always use your discernment and always trust your intuition. Scorpio, sun, moon, and or rising, there is a potential, Scorpio, to resurrect your situation. Even though the collective message has been no reconciliation, the Ace of Wands coming out for Scorpio, Ace of Wands always comes after the Tower moment, after everything falling apart. It feels like once everything falls apart, this person will be in a better position to show up in the right way for themselves and for you. Your T, ego. That was what was being deconstructed. That is where the Tower moment occurred or is about to occur. Somebody's going to make peace with their ego and send them to the back seat while they let their spirit, their intuition, take take the wheel. Scorpio is going through a transformation, especially if they have heavy fire placements. These past 6 months have really been dragging them so they make better decisions in their world. Sagittarius, speaking about their world, you have the Two of Wands, and Two of Wands for me is the twin flame card. You are another one at a possible reconciliation because it feels like this person is ready to show up, especially after having everything taken from them. This feels like your person is coming out of that prison state, out of that losing it all and being face to face with the man in the mirror. And after losing it all, they realize that, yeah, they haven't known peace since they broke your heart. And the only way to make things right is to make things right with you and do what they know they were supposed to do from the very beginning. Capricorn, sun, moon, and or rising, you are reminded that you are the empress. If somebody thinks that you are too, but be careful. Be careful, be careful, be careful. Somebody in your energy, a past person, is making their way back because they know you are the empress. They know that you can help them. Capricorn, somebody's coming back to try to pull a fast one on you. They're going to cater to your ego. They're going to stroke your ego and your heart. Think love bombing and telling you everything you've ever wanted to hear from a lover just to get close to you. What's the tea? Don't do it. Don't do it because they're going to come in wasting your time, dear Capricorn. You keep staying in this energy and you will ties the right one. Use your discernment always. Always, always, always use your discernment. Discernment. Just don't hear what somebody says or see what they do. See what their follow up is like, right? See what their consistency is like, right? You can only love bomb someone for so long. And usually within a couple of weeks, you realize that that person was just putting on a show. Be careful, Capricorn, on who you entertain this week. Aquarius, sun, moon, and or rising. Somebody thinks that they got a fast one over on you, like you actually believe their lies, and you have already a plan to disentangle yourself from this person. Stick to your plan, right? Because what you're searching for is already on its way to you. And it feels like it's just been waiting for you to finally decide that what you were accepting, you're not accepting that anymore. Pisces, sun, moon, and or rising. Now, the 10 of cups is the idea of having this beautiful family, beautiful stability, this dream. And you know, Pisces is a beautiful dreamer, right? Of having this peaceful home, but it feels like the tea is they're not ready. Wolf in sheep's clothing and the 10 of cups, this Pisces, in their heart, they may feel all the feelings, but their ego is still in hunt mode. Their ego is still in self serving mode. So be careful with dealing with any Pisces that are trying to make things right or come back in your life. Aries, sun, moon, and or rising. Whatever news you receive this week, take it with a grain of salt because somebody's going to come in hot and heavy. Slow them down so you don't make any decisions prematurely, right? Especially since this person still has karmics around them that are fighting for their affection. Even though they know dealing with the karmics is not the move, dealing with their lifestyle is not the move. They fully haven't separated themselves from their old lifestyle, from their old friends, from their old way of living, yet they want to come back to you. Pump the brakes. They have to do the work before they could come back and give you any type of offer. And Taurus, things are shifting. Things are changing with this wheel of fortune. But has the person really shifted? You have. You've done everything that you've needed to do. You have all the proof you need, especially those of you who are walking away from a Taurus or are a Taurus. Put your emotions behind you and look at the proof that you have. Make your decision and keep moving towards your happily ever after because it's coming. Because it's coming. Those are the messages for the collective. That's the tea for this Wednesday. You never miss your, well, Your water to your well runs dry. A lot of people are in that energy. Make sure whoever comes back, whoever claims that they're trying to do right, whoever says, right, want to give them the benefit of the doubt and not say claim. Whoever says that they're trying to do right, you hear them out. But trust your intuition because soon as they start speaking, if you can quiet your own ego down enough, your spirit, your intuition will tell you whether or not this person is being honest with you or whether they're being self serving. Well, hello, Boogie Woogie Woogie. I've been dreaming of past people because they've been dreaming of you. Send me some money and let's see, right? Have a fee schedule. If you want to talk to me, send $200. You want to see me? That's a grand, right? Right? Do it like the celebrities do. No, we don't do personal readings. Thank you everyone that joined us today, but we don't do personal readings on the live. Um, Personal messages do come out, but if you'd like a personal reading, just head over and book your session at dream711.com. I was wondering where everyone, hey J Max, hey Miss Nicole. Today is a very dreary day. The day is very off energetically. It's definitely a day of transition. Uh, it's definitely a day that gives something wicked this way comes. If you guys catch the quote, um, something is brewing in the cosmos and it hasn't quite been defined yet, but it's imminent. So make sure you're always paying attention, not just to the news and to your feed, but to your dreams and your intuition. One of the biggest messages we've been getting for the past 3 weeks that we've been doing this is making time with your guides, making time with your angels, making time with your ancestors, tending to your altar so you can have those moments of communication and they can tell you how to keep yourself and your loved ones safe. J Max, any questions about anything that came out? I know there's more. And I'm gonna tell you why I know there's more. Because I couldn't sleep last night. I kept getting message after message after message after message. It's like I need to sleep in order to do the sunrise session, right? Sunrise session is supposed to happen at 7:15, 7:30. That means I wake up at like 5:30. So when I wake up at 7, it's not happening till like 8. But I had a feeling and it's very loud. Like you've got a whole RICO case going, right? You've got evidence. It feels very like stacked and very, very loud. Hi, Krista. My goodness. My goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Any questions before we wrap up? And if you think of something later on during the day, don't hesitate to reach out or put it in the comments, right? Put it in the comments. First and foremost, trust your intuition. I dreamt about Steve Harvey cussing me out. I hope it wasn't about the 90-day rule and go deeper. Because while it may look like Steve, right, is definitely giving ancestor. So dig deeper, especially, right? Because today is all about communications, ruled by Mercury. Dig deeper. Beautiful, beautiful souls. Thank you for spending this part of your day with me and the Soul Tribe, and of course, Spirit. I trust you guys will have an amazing day. If you missed any part of the message, soon as we click off, it's going to be available for you guys to watch, comment, subscribe. Because we're trying to reach 100K. So make sure you forward these to your friends, your loved ones, to help us reach our goal, right? Right. It's Wednesday. It's the 10th. It's a day of where do you want to begin? Right? Especially now that the facts are out, now that you have the tea, what do you want to do? Do not let anybody play in your face. Do not let anybody color your version of the truth, right? This week is making it plain, clear, and black and white for you to see what you need to do. Make the hard decision. Ashe.